I love that I can fulfill basically my personal mission at my job. It gives you the energy to come and say, I'm going to give 110% today because that apartment is going to be better tomorrow, or that family is going to have heat. When they wake up in the morning. That's an incredible feeling.
I love that there's always a new challenge, and I love that there's always a new initiative to think about.
Lois and I work in the Office of Enforcement Neighborhood Services. Any tenant living in a privately owned building in New York City, and that's about 2.1 million apartments, can call HPD and file a complaint if their housing conditions are not adequate, if they're unsafe, if they're unsanitary. We receive about 600,000 complaints a year, but more than just be reactive to those complaints that come in, I think over the years our office has become a lot more proactive. And so we go out and we look for where the issues are.
It really is important work. We step in when owners don't comply with the New York City Housing Maintenance Code or the New York State Multiple Dwelling Law, and we make repairs, and we keep housing safe.
Well, I grew up in New York City. It affected me that there were so many homeless people at the same time, that there was really so much abandoned property, boarded up property, burned down property. And I think that that really, just from the get-go, was the question in my mind about why we couldn't give housing to everyone. And so I started working for HPD, and it was a great experience. I got to go to the field, I got to see the tenants and how they were living, and really think about the future and how I can make an impact.
I was also born and raised in Queens, so I've always had an interest in government as well. The next logical step for me was to work for the city that I love.
Lois and I are a great team. The policy requires the data to drive it. And a group of us sitting around a table might come up with an idea about how to make things better or a new program. You need the data to show that this program would work, it would make an impact. So one of the first programs that Lois and I really worked on together back in 2006, 2007 was the Alternative Enforcement Program. We came up with a program to address the most distressed properties. The whole idea of the program is to move a property from being distressed to being in a condition where tenants can live safely. AEP has affected over 2,000 buildings, more than 26,000 units, which probably equates to about 50 to 70,000 people. A lot of people affected by the good work that AEP has done. You can walk some neighborhoods that have a lot of distressed properties, and you can see from the front what the building used to look like before it came into AEP or when it came into the program. And just from the outside, without even going in, you can see the improvement that it's made to not only that building, but to the block.
AnnMarie really is a true leader.
But I know that my work filters down, and the policies and the programs that we come up with really change people's lives every day.